It is G-Rock 106.3, 106.5, Jersey's Rock Alternative. G-Rock Sessions is going live. It's powered by Bud Light, keeps it coming. And please help me welcome Blind Melon.
Yay for us!
Yay for you guys! So we've got some fabulous Jersey folks that have entered online to have the chance to be part of the in-studio audience. Everybody looks so excited! Everybody has their camera. You guys seem, I'm going to take this down, like a very low-maintenance band. So do you mind if people take pictures and stuff?
No,
you don't
okay.
mind that, right?
As long as I touch them up later.
Just don't look us in the eye.
So let's get everybody sort of close to the mic, and let's go to Travis first. Trav, where are you, Ben?
I'm right here.
So Travis, tell me a little bit about your journey, your travels, you know, becoming a member of Blind Melon.
Well, I'm actually I'm from Amarillo, Texas, and I dropped out of school early. Left Texas when I was 17, moved out to California, and spent a lot of time up in the Central Coast around San Luis Obispo, Santa Barbara area.
Living the life.
Living the life,
yeah.
You know, for a musician. And then I ended up heading to Los Angeles, where eventually I met these guys through a mutual friend. And at the time, Christopher and Brad were producing records, and they have a studio called Wishbone Studios. And you know, originally we actually started working together. I brought them some demos, you know, and they kind of dug what I was doing. So originally they were trying to, you know, produce my record and try to get me a record.
Yeah, because that's what I heard. Which is, I mean, certainly we can rewind and go all the way back and look at a band that sold 5 times. Was it 5 times platinum? 5 times
4, but who's counting?
4 or 5.
What's a million amongst
Past
friends?
a certain point.
25.
And then all of a sudden, you know, all this time goes by. Of course, first album hits around '92. We lose Shannon. It was '95.
Yeah.
And officially, the disband happens like '99. And then all of a sudden, something clicks. In 2006, the band says, "You know what? We're reforming, and we've got this guy. We've got Travis Warren joining. Now, did they approach you about this? Did you have the idea?"
Well, yeah, actually, I think Brad was you know, had the original idea, but I think that's what's really great about this was it wasn't forced. You know, this was a very natural thing. You know, nobody. You know, we had no plans on doing it in the beginning. You know, like I said, they were just kind of, you know, trying to get me a record deal, and I guess, you know, Brad kind of came up with the idea, and you know, Christopher had a barbecue at his house one day, and you know, they just kind of popped the question.
So Brad, when does the light go off? When do you get that epiphany where you're like,
you know
wait
what?
a minute?
You know, we were working with Travis on some of these songs like he was talking about, and the plan wasn't to get the band back together at that point, but you know, after working with him for about, you know, over 3 songs and stuff, and he's behind the microphone, and I'm talking back to him, you know, in the studio, and we're just talking about stuff, I just started having a lot of really almost strange, eerie feelings.
Sure. That
were familiar, and, you know, it was just laced with chemistry and stuff in terms of, like, songwriting and creativity, and we were bouncing ideas off of one another. And
were you scared at all? I mean, think about it.
I wasn't scared. You know what I was scared
of? The enigma of the band, the enigma of your former singer. I mean, that has to be sort of a little
Feelings
bit of...
for another man. That's
you know, a little bit of a... Right, exactly. You've got this, you know, the new... You guys were not embracing, you know, keeping the band together, putting the band back together. It had to be a little scared.
Yeah, it was, absolutely. The scary part is that this path... My life path was becoming more and more defined every day that I knew Travis. I was like, oh man, we got to get the band back together. I can't believe this. So I was a little nervous about that. Like, am I going to do this now? Am I going to put the band back together? So strange, you know? So I was a little worried about, you know, just because of the old familiar feelings and of what had happened and how the old band ended and stuff. And so when we asked Travis how he felt about singing Blind Melon songs, you know, thankful he said he loved the idea because there was an outside chance in my mind that he wouldn't want to help join this nightmare as well.
You know, not an easy thing to sort of come into really like a legendary almost situation. I mean, you say in the music world, you know, you say Shannon Hoon, everybody knows who Shannon is.
Yeah.
And what, you know, it was a really fast and meteoric sort of rise. But it's not like anybody would say, who's that guy? I mean, you guys have probably one of the most, along with like a Peter Gabriel video, the most legendary videos of all time.
Yeah.
So, you know, well, don't you think? I see that video and I'm just like, wait!
Video?
Yeah, right. That and No Rain. So you guys have a new record coming out, which is super exciting on the 22nd of April, right? Right, James, called For My Friends.
Yeah.
Blind Melon as part of G-Rock Sessions. Sessions, by the way, powered by Bud Light, keeps it coming. You know what's so exciting for you guys too? So, all right, you put the band back together, recording a new record, juiced, excited. Then you decide you're going to take it out on the road. All these sold-out shows! You have one tonight in North Jersey at Dexter's in Riverdale. You're in Hartford tomorrow night at the Webster Theater. In Manhattan at the Hyro Ballroom on Saturday night. By the way, these shows are sold out, which is incredibly cool. And DC on Monday, I think, right, James? DC on Monday. Dates through the end of May. So how does that feel?
Feels great.
It's awesome, right?
It feels really good to be back out on the road and playing some of the old songs, playing the new songs off the record, and the response has been incredible, man. People are coming out. So thankful that we're actually out there playing live and representing some of the old catalog stuff. So we're stoked to be here.
We had no idea anybody still cared, so we're
well, you know
really,
what? No,
we're blown away.
That has nothing to do with, I don't even think, your absence to some point. You know what? That's what the music business sort of is like these days. Yeah. You never know if people are going to care from day to day, minute to minute, hour to hour. Yeah. So, I mean, that is a really, really great accomplishment. By the way, if you missed it, For My Friends, the new Blind Melon CD will be out on the 22nd of April. This is another interesting thing, too, because I look behind me and I see Dan Brown. Dan is from Tom's River, which is not far from here. And then he's got Dan Brown Jr. They both have their Blind Melon shirts on.
That's great.
I'm 16 and I was raised on Blind Melon.
Nice work, Dad. Good work.
Good work. So let me ask you guys, you're finding a lot of these second geners, sort of coming out now?
Yeah. Actually, that blows my mind. I feel really old, and then I'm really flattered. I'm not really flattered, It's cool.
Can we skip that part?
Blind Melon live on G-Rock Sessions. I don't know, what I want to do. I'd love to get you guys to do a little of No Rain, because we'd love to use that, in the future.
That's what you want to do.
Then I want to. We'll play something from the new disc before we go out.
Sweet.
And I also want to. I don't know, I think Dan Sr. wanted to, sometimes we let people that win sessions come up to the microphone, maybe ask a question. It's a big opportunity for people to talk to their favorite band. Yeah. So Dan sort of, come on up, I don't want to embarrass you. This is Dan Sr.
Dan Sr.
From Tom's River, and I think he wanted to sort of just, say something to you guys.
I didn't see any of the past of that little leg tour that you just did. Unfortunately, I missed it. I'd have loved to go to Providence, but I didn't. Right. I did raise Daniel on this. Travis, you're awesome, dude. You're awesome. And
Dan's very emotional. This is beautiful.
I just want to thank these guys for bringing it back.
Thank you.
Yay!
Thanks for being here, man.
Great stuff. And I appreciate it.
Right on. Thank you, Dan.
Thank you very much.
Thanks for keeping us around.
I like your old school Blind Melon t-shirt. It's like faded.
It's all faded.
I got one just like that, dude. It's like gray instead of black.
I hear you. Mine's not too much more black left in it.
Dan Brown Sr. from Tom's River. You guys, I have to ask you too before we let you go at some point. Do you guys ever see the B Girl anymore?
She's in the bus.
She's in the bus. She's like 30 now.
She's on the bus.
Cryogenically froze her.
We don't go anywhere without her.
I didn't think that was good. Travis, we're so glad you're in the fold, man.
Yeah, we are.
And you come in and you sort of take it to the next level, and excellent job. Great stuff. And guys, thank you so much. Sold out show tonight at Dexter's in Riverdale, and then on Saturday in New York City at the Hyro Ballroom. I think what we're going to do is we're going to go out with the first single. Actually, from My Friends, the brand new one. It is called Wishing Well. Blind Melon on G-Rock Sessions. Give him a hand.
Yeah. I'm dying to hear that on the radio, that song. Can we
it's on right now.
Jersey's Rock Alternative.